Hi, in this video I want to share with you my 3 major tips regarding flying in cloudy and windy conditions, but also how to turn so it looks as smooth as possible. Before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss out upcoming videos. Make sure the EV is correctly set to not have too much exposure warnings, black and white stripes. If you don't have it, enable it by clicking these 3 dots, then in the Camera tab, search for Overexposure warning. In the cloudy conditions, you might have the image overexposed a bit when the sun is shining and too dark when behind clouds. You need to find a sweet point of the EV setting. For instance here, we have some clouds and waves overexposed when the sun is shining, but that's okay, we can afford that. Once the sun is behind the clouds, almost all warnings are gone. Also, don't worry if the image is too dark when the sun is behind the clouds. In most cases, it can be fixed in post. I have a quick tutorial on how to do it in Davinci Resolve, so check it out also, link in the description. But we're not done yet with the exposure, because whenever you have a cloudy day like this, or you're flying in a forest where sun is flicking because of the trees' shadows, before you hit the record button, make sure you've locked the auto exposure option. I have mine under the C2 shortcut button to have it always at hand. It looks much more cinematic when the image is always at the same brightness exposure level, even if from time to time some parts of the image are a bit overexposed. And if we play the whole take, it looks consistent and without flicking. Tip number 2 is related to the strong wind. By the way, I was surprised how this tiny drone is handling the wind. But when I tried to shoot one of the quick shot, I was unable to select the object. I tried several times, it didn't work, probably because of the wind. So I decided to fly around by myself manually, trying to keep the object in the center. The wind was quite disturbing, but overall it was possible. So the tip would be, don't rely solely on the quick shot or master shot features. Practice flying in different conditions to be confident enough to shoot nice and smooth cinematic images. If you care about smooth shots, don't hover and pan from left to right. Believe me, you won't use this footage later on. The better way to do it is flying sideways and turning at the same time. You can change altitude also while doing this move. Once you stop moving, do not turn anymore. It will not look smooth as a whole sequence. Let me show you an example. I'm flying sideways, turning and changing altitude a bit. Then I stop turning, realize it was not a good idea, and turn right again. If you watch the whole sequence, it's not smooth at all. Of course, you can hide this deficiency in post, applying speed ramp or other fancy transition, but it's always better to shoot high quality material than adjusting it in post.